Okay, let me ask you a question. You at a bus stop in the middle of the night. I ride by, I see a ring on your finger. Should I judge your man off that?
Mm.
I need an
Men
answer
do
from
that all
everybody.
the time.
I need an answer from everybody. Does that look crazy?
It looks crazy,
Yeah.
yes.
How about a wife on the side of the road in a snowstorm? I drive by, I see a ring bling. Should I judge your man for that?
You
Yes.
should, most definitely.
Okay. You got an Uber from the airport at 3 a.m., but you got a husband at home. Should I judge him for not coming to get you?
Mm,
Yes.
But then you can get on an airplane and go 2,000 miles away, but I shouldn't judge him for that.
Guys, welcome back to another video. If you're listening to this right now, just do me a quick favor. It's gonna cost you nothing. Just hit that like button and also that hype. It costs you nothing. I appreciate it. Today we're talking about girls trips. You saw the title. We're talking about girls trips. Before we get started, comment down below. Are you for them or are you against them? And let me know if you're a man or a woman. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
So yeah, we don't do girls trips. He don't do guys trips. We do trips alone, couples trips, and of course trips with the kids. The only reason why I don't do girls trips or I'm not into that is because I want my man next to me. Like, if we want to do a girls thing separate, then all the men, like all the husbands, we're there. We could go, escape somewhere for an hour or two doing something as girls. As girls, we have our girl talk. I think that's important. But that doesn't mean that I got to be in a whole nother country to have them girl talks. I want my husband near me as much as we can, have that time together. And then it's too long. Like, if you're a married, not you, I'm not picking on you, Alex, but if you're like a married woman, like, you going a whole week without intimacy is crazy. I'm sorry I had to say that, but
You try to get
like,
that
why
deep.
would I do that to myself? Like, we going to a nice place. I'm just saying.
Damn.
So I have a question for Lady Di. So what if it's a trip, like a networking trip or a business trip where colleagues are going to be there and your husband still doesn't agree? Because I know the examples you gave were more leisure, but what if it's like a business or
See, this is what I'm talking about,
networking
man.
and he
This is what I'm talking about. They're talking about girls trips, and I cannot stand when ladies do this. They are habitual goalpost movers. It's talking about girls trip. What you're referring to, ma'am, is a work trip where she's going alone and then she's gonna go to her conference, and then 9 times out of 10 when she gets back to the room, a good wife or a good girlfriend or whatever she is to you, a good partner, would call you. Y'all probably FaceTime for a little bit. She's like, all right, babe, I'm gonna get in this bed. Y'all talk about each other's day, and then y'all go to bed. That's why you can't conflate the two. A girls trip is not the same as a business trip. Caressa?
says that, I don't feel comfortable with you going. How would you handle that situation?
So just an experience that we've been together for 14 years. I've never had that situation, and I do a lot of different things. Before, I used to model, I used to dance, professionally dance. I was a dance choreographer, right? Industry, a different space. My husband was there. He was supporting. He was holding the camera, right? There was a lot of different things he was doing. Now I'm not in that space anymore. Now I'm more doing like the wifely stuff. He's there. He's holding the camera. You get what I'm saying? He's supportive of the things that I like to do because it's positive. So that's to say, for you, maybe either your man does not like the stuff that you're doing. So I do things that I like. It just happens to be that my husband likes it. If I was to come to a point where he doesn't like it, then I'm not doing it because I don't got time for the arguing.
Let me tell you something. And that right there is how you keep your marriage together. She married her husband because she trusts him. So if he says, hey, I don't like this anymore, or fill in the blank, she's going to trust him and follow his lead. And that is how you keep relationships together. All y'all ladies try to make, not all, but a lot of women try to make it seem like anytime a man disagrees with what a woman's doing, that he's the problem. Instead of saying, well, maybe he's trying to protect me. I don't see what he's talking about, but let me just follow his lead because he loves me enough to marry me. Even though he really doesn't need me, but he loves me enough to marry me. He's not abusive. He doesn't beat me up. He's not mean to me. So if he's saying no to this particular thing, maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe I should not get in my attitude mode, or my teenage, I can't believe this man is telling me no mode, my independent woman mode, and just follow my man's lead since he is the leader.
I said earlier, I get very passionate about things. I don't want to be so passionate about something and then they get stripped from a man that doesn't like it, my husband. You get what I'm saying? So I just haven't had that issue, but that's how I could put it. If he don't like it, I'm not doing it. I can convince him. He still don't like it. I'm not doing it. Let's go do something else.
So I think Carissa's question is, you have a productive thing to do.
Oh,
has a positive outcome.
Yeah.
And he's against it maybe because of people, location, setting. But the outcomes based on just assessment would be positive, hypothetically speaking. What do you do in that instance? You still not go.
So I still don't go. I don't think there was a time like that. I'm really trying to think.
Let's say like this, right? We do content. There's an opportunity to do content, but you have to travel to do it, right? And it's with names that are worth traveling to see, to be associated with, to potentially hit the next level.
Mm-hmm.
But they're men.
Mm.
And it's Atlanta. And it's nice out. And all these things that we understand. But the opportunity is there. We know it's a positive yield. What do we do?
But see, that's the thing. Like, my husband is not gonna say no because he trusts me. Like, I'm not. Anybody that know me know I'm not on none of that bullshit. Like,
but if he did say no,
yeah, it's hypothetical. It's just hypothetical, because what we're trying to do is caress a question. So I'm framing it to where it's tangible, even though it's strictly hypothetical. Mm-hmm. We know, Lady Di, that if that opportunity comes, y'all both going, right? We already know that.
Okay.
When it pertains to you specifically. But now we put the hypothetical situation out there to where no is no. You may or may not get context. The setting is enough for me to say, nah, fuck out of here.
Facts.
Or even,
but the opportunity's there.
There's times where, okay, so the answer is no, I'm not going to go. And then it'll just be a missed opportunity. And he would either see that it's a missed opportunity later or not. But either way, it doesn't matter. And there's nothing going to be over my marriage because I'm not going to risk my marriage over an opportunity.
Stop right there. Stop daggone right there, you sons of guns. You hear what she just said, ladies? Nothing is going to jeopardize her marriage. Her priorities are correct. Sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice. Is it going to be pretty? No. Are you going to like it all the time? No. But you know who understands that more than anybody? Men. We sacrifice a lot, especially in relationships. But you don't see us walking around complaining about it, complaining about how we're so oppressed and all this other nonsense. Matter of fact, if you're a lady right now and you have a man, you probably don't, because most women don't nowadays, because a lot of y'all are just insufferable. But if you do have a man, ask him, hey babe, just a quick question. I'm not trying to start an argument. I just heard something online. I wanted your take on it. Do you sacrifice being in this relationship? And if you do, why don't you speak up about it? And see what he says. See what he says.
My marriage holds more weight than that. So that's the long answer for me. I hold my marriage to a certain pedestal. I quit a job before. Okay. So also I do know my husband too. Like if he feels disrespected, he gonna say no, period. Not about what I did, but about somebody. Like somebody's there and he got disrespected or felt disrespected. It's a no, don't matter. Even if it was at Hamp show. Is a nigga that's gonna be there that he don't like or he got disrespected. If he can't go with me to handle that situation, it's a no. I'm just not gonna go. It's a missed opportunity. We all had a missed opportunity. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I get another opportunity.
Carissa, let me ask you. As the ladies are articulating these quote unquote positives, they sound happy about it.
I mean, all I'm hearing is I'm not going to jeopardize my marriage over this. I'm not going to jeopardize my marriage over that. But happiness, I guess
And there
I
it
don't know.
is.
All I'm hearing.
There it is. Happiness. Everything for emotions. If I don't feel good about this, even though it's the right thing to do, even though my man said no, if I don't feel good about it, even though it could be the right decision, then I'm just not gonna do it. She just proved it in her very first sentence. Let me back it up a little bit. Silliness.
Happiness, I guess. I don't know. All I'm hearing is I'm hearing the consequence of what would happen if they follow through with the decision. That's what I'm hearing.
You're hearing how
Do
you
you
keep a
think
marriage
married women are
alive.
happy?
I think so. If they're in a person, if they found that person that is their perfect match, or they believe is their perfect match, I think they're happy. Yeah.
70% divorce rate, or 50% divorce rate. Sorry, a little bit higher for our people, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But when you hear the parameters, do you think they feel happy? Do you think the pros outweigh the cons? Right? Because we talking to the if women are listening to say, hey, why should I get married? Whatever that's the movie, right? 2 or 1 or some shit.
Yeah. Why did I get married?
Mm-hmm. Like, what do you think women are hearing as we converse through the conversation? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm too monotone.
It goes back to the control conversation that we were having earlier. It's almost like you lose a little bit of your ability to make a decision on your own behalf. It's like you're putting that in somebody else's hand to make a decision. From what I'm hearing from the ladies, is pretty much every decision, because they're not going to go against their husbands. So because their husbands may wake up one morning and say, you know what, you can't do this, you can't do that, they're just going to go along with it. So I think depending on the person, she may raise an eyebrow about marriage and be apprehensive about it if she feels as though she's going to lose her identity in that marriage.
But how is that losing? See, this is what I don't understand. How is that losing your identity? That's not losing your identity. They feel like if I can't do everything that I want to do, then I'm oppressed and I'm losing my identity. How are you losing your... Maybe for a lot of y'all, that part of your identity needs to be lost. The part of your identity that is chaotic and irrational, that needs to be lost. And your man is there to protect you, not just from the outside world, but from yourself. So many women that have all of these bodies, sexual partners, babies out of wedlock, STDs, they probably won't say it out loud, but I know that they wish that they had a man that would have stopped them from doing all of that BS.
What is the, that? Go ahead, Becca.
So it's more so about like, that's why the whole vetting thing. So it's not just about like, okay, anything he says, because if you know that person, you know that he is looking at all aspects, like we aren't looking at all aspects, then absolutely, if he says no there's something that he sees that I may not see, there's something that he understands that I may not understand. Right. He gives me context, but if I know him the way that I know him, I know that he's looking at a bigger picture that I'm not looking at. So it's not like, oh, some random, oh, you just can't do this, you can't do that. There's something there that's making him say that. And whatever those factors might be, yeah, we could talk about those factors, but if he's telling me no, it is a no. The only reason why we're talking about the factors is just to see if I can understand that. And even if I don't understand it, I'm going to trust his judgment.
Now let's get to this, right? What if it ain't that? What if niggas is gonna be there and he don't want you around niggas?
Which is usually the reason why they say no. Let's be honest. We're gonna call a spade a spade.
Why would I want to be around a whole bunch of other guys then if I'm already in a relationship?
It's a brunch.
Besides, you said what?
It's just brunch.
It's just a lot of dudes, and I'm in a relationship.
There's men everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just men. This is what I always say to people. My best friend just got engaged, and I told her, and our parents were never married. We never saw marriage, all of the things. And I say, people are going to give you a lot of advice. You do what works for y'all may not work for the next person, and that's okay. As long as the two of you are happy, as long as it works for the both of y'all, and this is what you're okay with, then let that be.
But is this brunch worth the relationship? Like, is it worth the relationship? Regardless of you walking around and there's other guys that are around. Fine, yes, there's guys everywhere. But this specific location that I'm going to, is this worth my relationship if he's telling me no?
But I think there's a step before that, right? I think for me, in my mind, I would wonder, why don't you trust me to go to this brunch? What am I giving off, or what have we had historically in our relationship, or what issues do you have prior to us getting married, us being in a relationship, where you are concerned about me being around other people? If I am attractive here, if I'm an attractive woman, people are going to look at me and may have conversation with me, whether you're with me when I'm at work or not. If I'm going to the grocery store or brunch, it just happens to be a larger volume of people. So what difference does it make? It's a trust issue. If your issue is because there's other men there, do you think that I'm going to be flirty? Do you think that I'm not going to handle myself accordingly? Like, what is it? It's different. It's one thing to talk about safety. It's one thing to talk about, you know what, I don't necessarily think that's a good vibe for you. I'm not really feeling the place, whatever the logistics are. And there's another thing to say, well, it's going to be too many niggas. What does that matter?
So wouldn't that be the other factors possibly, though? What you think? As far as like your safety, there's going to be a lot of guys there, all of that. Like,
so that's the point.
Those
that
would be extra layers, yeah.
So that's what I'm making to it. Is it an issue of, if anything pops off and there's a lot of men and I'm not there to protect you, is that one thing? Or are you bothered at the fact that there's going to be a lot of other men there and you feel that I'm going to be flirty and I'm not going to know how to act in a scenario?
It could be both. It could be both. Listen, ladies, let's not try to make it seem like all of these babies being born out of wedlock just came from healthy relationships. A lot of ladies are manipulated by or intrigued or captivated by what they hear. It is what it is. So it could be, yes, I'm not there to protect you. It could be a safety thing, and it could be, I don't know how you're going to be. I don't know how you're going to be, because men, contrary to popular belief, most men know that their woman acts like a little bit different when they're not around them. So if I'm saying, what is the big deal? Why are you so pressed? And then I will answer the question, but then I will say, why are you so pressed to go to this event? What is going on here that you just have to risk this relationship that we have both been investing into?
The real issue and concern.
What if it's not you that he's worried about? What if it's about the other men? Just being in that environment at all, in that close proximity.
Right.
Like,
but what about the other men? Is it the safety of the other men, or is it the other men are going to keep coming up to you, trying to talk to you, trying to do the most?
Yeah, they make the move.
Yeah, it could be a combination.
They touch your leg under the table. Like, I like what I'm looking at. And you, I'm sorry, Hamp is like,
I'm not saying anything's right or wrong. I'm just saying, like, there's just so many factors. And I just think back to the scenario that Hamp gave about the work trip. This is an opportunity for me to go. And this is an opportunity for us to bring in more money, make opportunities. What is it about this particular work trip? And you know that it has the potential to advance whatever. Why don't you want me to go?
That's what I'm saying. Like, a work trip, all of this stuff is like, I'm just being real. Ain't no husband gonna say no to a work trip that he agreed for you to work at. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
right?
But you'd be surprised. I mean, I'm just
no way.
Surprised.
But then that's a different type of man. That's why I said I answered the question or whatever, sure. But like, if I'm doing a job that my husband don't like, and now he's saying I can't go on a work trip, no, like, that means no. That's not a man that you're trying to be married to, because that don't make no sense. That's backwards. You could do this from a distance, but now when you go up close to a work trip, it's a problem. Mm-hmm. Nah.
So it sounds like he misunderstands her as a person and understanding who she is, and so that's a flaw on his part. Is that what it is coming down to? That's what it sounds like.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me back this up, because this video is almost done, but I misunderstood something. I think I misunderstood something.
Married to, because that don't make no sense. That's backwards.
Yes.
But then that's a different type of man. That's why I said I answered the question or whatever, sure. But like, if I'm doing a job that my husband don't like, and now he's saying I can't go on a work trip, no, like, that means no. That's not a man that you're trying to be married to, because that don't make no sense. That's backwards. You could do this from a distance, but now when you go up close to a work trip, it's a problem. Mm-hmm. Nah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I thought I heard what I heard. So, lady died. Man, I was on her side until this right here. If you're working at a specific place, right, your man could be cool with that. He could be cool with it because he knows he's gonna see you every night or whatever it is. But he could also see, like, oh, I see that these guys are trying to like hit on her or trying to do whatever. I can see there's something funny going on here. So if he says like no to a work trip, As long as he'll cover you, like for bill wise, what's the issue? And I'm talking about husbands. If your husband is saying no, then that's it. How is it that you'll trust him to open your legs and give him your entire body, but you won't trust him to not go on a work trip? It's backwards. That doesn't make any sense.
So it sounds like he misunderstands her as a person and understanding who she is, and so that's a flaw on his part. Is that what it is coming down to? That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me.
Now, leisure trip is different, but a work trip is a work trip.
I just feel like it's all the same because it works. It works either way. I'm not gonna be combative or like, I'm like, why I can't go. I'm not gonna do that either way, whether it's work or play. Mm-hmm. Now, if you know what I mean, I may be curious about the reasons. I may even ask, but if I don't get the answers, I have to be okay with that, and then I'm still not gonna go. So I think that's what it boils down to.
Well.
Like,
you might not be okay with it just because you said okay, right? You
right,
still have well, damn, shit. It's gonna come out later. You're gonna figure it out. Maybe you have different conversations to pull it out some way. Either way, you're gonna have to eventually know. So, because the thing is, understanding your man is important as he's understanding you. So that's why I think Rebecca was saying like the vetting process is so important.
Hedonistic environments, do wives belong in those?
No.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You at a bus stop in the middle of the night. I'll ride by, see a ring on your finger. Should I judge your man off that? I need an answer from everybody. I need an answer from everybody. Does that look crazy?
It looks crazy.
Yeah.
How about a wife on the side of the road in a snowstorm? I drive by, see a ring blink. Should I judge your man for that?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Okay. You got an Uber from the airport at 3 a.m., but you got a husband at home. Should I judge him for not coming to get you?
Yes.
But then you can get on an airplane and go 2,000 miles away, but I shouldn't judge him for that.
Oh my gosh. Mic drop. Mic drop, homie. I know he's about to do the horns, but that's a brilliant concept. That is a brilliant concept. I've never heard it explained like that. That was fantastic, Hamp. DJ Hamp. Let me say your whole name. I don't want to be disrespectful. That was a brilliant concept that you said. Brilliant. Women will judge a man based on everything that is negative, but then when there's something that when he says something like, well, no, you can't go on this trip since this is what we're talking about. Now what? And every single woman is smiling because they know that he's right. Every single one is smiling because they know that he's right. Let me back it up a little bit. I got to hear that again.
From the airport at the side of the road in a snowstorm, I drive by, see a ring blink. Should I judge your man for that?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Okay. You got an Uber from the airport at 3 a.m., but you got a husband at home. Should I judge him for not coming to get you?
Yes.
But then you can get on an airplane and go 2,000 miles away, but I shouldn't judge him for that.
That man should absolutely be judged. He should absolutely be judged. If I hear about a man who allows his woman to just go thousands of miles away to a place where a foreign place, a foreign man's land, with foreign money, different rules. She has no way to protect it. Yes, I'm looking at a man different. I mean, why is your lady away from you so far? Why? Oh, a girls trip, huh? Okay. And we've all heard what happens on girls trip. I'm not saying that that's happening 100% of the time, but what I am saying is it's happening enough that it's the issue. Guys, that's it for today's video. This was a good one. Comment down below. I'm not going to talk about you. If you feel like your lady should go on a girls trip solo dolo, just comment down below and type your reasoning. I have to hear the reasoning because maybe my mind is open. I can be persuaded to go the other way. Comment down below your thoughts. If you want another good video, click this one on your top left, or if you want a great one, click this on the top right. Hit that hype button for your boy. I will greatly appreciate it, or at least a like. Either way, that's it for today's video, and I will see you on another one.